Hey guys, welcome back. I know it's been a minute, but I'm here and I got a quick top 10 questions of the week. So we're going to be covering top 10 questions of the week with the MS909. This is just a compilation of questions I get from diagnostic tool consultations and from my existing clients who are using the tool. Okay, and for those who are new to the channel, welcome. My name is Curtis Hardin. I'm an Autel diagnostic consultant. If you need the right tool and you want my recommendation and you want me to give you the results that you're looking for, go to auteltech.co.za and make a diagnostic tool consultation. So let's go to the first question. MS909 ADAS expansion. I'm doing some dynamic and some ADAS calibrations with the MS909. If I purchase an Autel ADAS update card, will it give me access to all the ADAS coverage so I can use a third-party target? Okay, so to answer your question, no, you cannot purchase an Autel update card and use it with a third-party target. I wanted to give you this visualization on why. So what happens is once you get that card and you try to redeem it on your tool, the tool is going to ask you which target do you have. Okay, so your third-party target isn't on here, so it's not going to allow you to do that. So what you have to do is purchase one of these targets. Then once you put that in there, you'll get access to the software, and then you'll give you full coverage of it, of all the ADAS software. Okay, so that's just how it is. And I think they do that for safety reasons, because they can guarantee their software will work good with their hardware. Unfortunately, you have to have a target if you want to purchase that update card. Next question. Topology isn't showing anymore. So my subscription ran out and I noticed my Topology isn't showing. Is it because I don't have a subscription? Okay, so you know what? About 8 months ago, I started to get this from my clientele, and what I did was I asked to find out, and unfortunately, the engineers said that you need to have a valid subscription to access this Topology. Okay, I don't know. I don't agree with it because I feel it's software already on the tablet, and if I can understand with accessing BMW servers, you need a valid subscription, but I don't know. That's just how it is, guys. Okay, I'm just here to give it to you. Not sugarcoating anything, all right? So let's go to the next one. What is the release date of the MS909 I'll be purchasing? Okay, so this client, I can tell most of the time when someone does consultation with me, I'll encourage them to do their research. And just by that language, I could tell that that's a listing off of Amazon or something, even eBay. So what he saw was this. You can see where it says 2023. So let's say I sold someone a tool 2019. Okay, the same MS909. There's no difference. There's no difference. The only time that there'll be a difference if there's a different part number. So to give you a prime example, you guys are familiar with the IM608. There's a newer version called the IM608 Pro 2. Okay, so if this was MS909 something else, then that would be the newer version. Okay, but these are just sales tactics to kind of persuade a user to click that one, because logically, if someone doesn't have that, you're gonna be like, oh, I want this one. Okay, so it's just a sales tactic. They're all the same. Okay, what Android version will be installed in the system? How can I get the latest Android version of the tool that I purchased? All right, this person, I think they noticed that there were two different versions. And obviously he wants the newest one. So I did a little research, and what I found out is the newer tablets come with Android 7 and 10, okay? And the Android that is on it is determined by the CPU. From what I understand, by asking Autel's research team, they don't plan to update Android 7 to Android 10, Okay, so if you get an Android 7, that's it. All right. To determine which version your tablet is running on, you can look at the first 4 digits of its serial number. Okay. And what they said was, if the first 4 digits of the serial number are 8895, it's running on the Android 7. Okay. If the first 4 digits are 660, then your tablet's running on Android 10. Now, the only way you're gonna know this is after you get the tool, because there's no way, like even for me, like most of my tools, they come directly from Autel. I don't see the serial number. Like when the client gets the tool, then I'll see it, we'll open it up, and then I'll be able to do it. So yeah, if you're able to ask them if they have it on hand, maybe they can look on the box and see, but that's how you know. Look at those serial numbers, okay, to verify the version. And to be honest with you guys, that's not going to make you a better technician. Okay, there's no, how can I say, it's nothing noticeable that's going to say, oh, if I had the version 10, I'll be able to do this. No, you're only as good as the knowledge of the person using the tool. Okay, so I understand you want the newest version, but don't make it a deal breaker. Okay, vehicle coverage listing. When I check the vehicle coverage list, they have a drop down, and only my vehicle, it started at 2012. All right, so I think he had an older vehicle, and he wants to know does this mean my vehicle's not covered? Okay, so for those of you who are self-diagnosing yourself, you can take my advice however you want it. Okay, I don't use this as a way to verify special functions. It's a general overview of what the tool can and can't do, but don't take it for gospel. So for example, when somebody comes to me and they ask for a special function, or if the vehicle they're working on is covered, I don't use this. What I do is I'll get the VIN number and I'll send it to my engineer, and they will validate it, and that way I have 100% certainty that function that they're looking for is on there. Okay, so my rule of thumb to you guys is, just because you don't see something on here doesn't mean it might not be on the tool. Okay, just you have to unfortunately have somebody that has access to an engineer to find out for sure. Okay, just use this as a general reference. Like sometimes I'll use it, you know, just to say if it has something, but if you're buying a tool, it's better to have 100% certainty, because a lot of people, they don't, and they get it and they get like pissed off because the function is not on there, or you know, like, I don't know. Free information is the most expensive information on certain things. Okay, so just take this as a general rule of thumb, guys. Okay. MS909 special function request on a 2004 Chevy Silverado. Okay, so I have a question. We have a 2004 Chevy Silverado that we replaced the transmission in. Do you know if our MS909 will reprogram or relearn the transmission? Do we need the GM software? Okay, so to be honest with you guys, I mean, I've done a lot of these procedures, but I never assumed anything. What I always tell people to do is get the VIN number and look at the repair information, because they will tell you if it needs to be programmed or coded. The Autel doesn't, like, it's not going to tell you that. It's going to have the function there, but it's not going to tell you if it needs it. So if we look closely at this is the installation instructions. They usually tell you what needs to be done. Okay, so after we read it, you can see it clearly said reset the tap values. Okay, and that stands for transmission adaptive pressure. Okay, so this basically keeps the car to shift smoothly as the car ages. Okay, and the only time you want to do this reset is when you're, you know, replacing the transmission, doing an overhaul, or, you know, if you replace the clutch, band, or piston, that's when you want to do this. Okay, it's not recommended to do this procedure, this reset, if you have no apparent reason to do it. Okay, but to answer your question, this function is on the tool. Okay, so once you install it, go on the 909 TCM special functions, and you should see it there. All right. 2008 Benz new used valve body. Can we install a new or used valve body for a 2008 Mercedes C30? Can we program without having the original valve body? Alright, so if it's a new valve body, you can use the MS909, no problem. So connect to our servers and then you can program it. If you don't have a, if you're using a used valve body, you're gonna have to use the IM608 Pro, okay? Because this has the process to renew it, write VIN, and do the personalization on it, okay? Next question, hybrid power electric control module. Can the MS909 program a hybrid power control module on the 2011 Benz? Alright, so I did some research, and what I found out was there's three, let's say, collection of modules or something. Okay, there's the AC/DC converter control module, there's the battery management system control module, and then there's the electric motor control module. Okay, the Autel will only support the electric motor control module in terms of flash programming. The other two modules, it doesn't have that capability. Okay. Next question, 1998-99 Isuzu NPR truck. So I think this was the client who went on the Autel vehicle coverage website and he wasn't able to find it. So I got the VIN number, and then my engineer sent me this. They put in the VIN and it just shows them that those two vehicles are on there. So yeah, if you don't want to get a consultation, if you have a person that you want to do and buy it from, give them the VIN number and just hope and pray they have access to an engineer, and that's where you can get certainty if the tool has that function or not. Okay, how much to charge for a J2534 flash programming? I have a customer that owns a 2016 Ford F-150 who replaced the PCM and I need to flash program the new PCM. How much should I charge? This is a wonderful question. Okay, so I like to do what I call value-based pricing, okay? And this requires a little bit of due diligence on your part. So let me explain. Value-based pricing. It's actually an acronym, all right? So let's go over this thing, all right? So first we have vehicle-specific pricing. Consider the make and model of the vehicle when you're pricing. So this is important because all cars are not treated equally. If you do this procedure on like a Mercedes, that's going to have a higher perceived value. So if you knew how to do that and you just said all my PCMs are like $200 to replace and program, you're going to be short, shooting yourself in the foot, because one vehicle has a higher perceived value than the other one. Okay, so what I would encourage you to do is get the VIN number and look at the procedures, because I'll tell you, for this vehicle, this 2016 Ford F-150, you look at the repair information. After you program it, you need to do a parameter reset, okay, which I don't think the MS909 can do. Then you have to do the key relearn, which requires 2 keys. So if you knew all of this, and let's say, like, I can do this, if my client had this problem, I could easily have him do this with his J2534, okay? But let's say we know the full procedure, programming and coding, okay? If you tell this customer, hey, look, I can program it, but you need to do XYZ. Do you want to outsource this to a locksmith? No, go ahead and do it for me. You're adding more value. You can add that on as an extra service if you want to do that for you. You understand? So that's why it's very important to, try to take each case by case. Each car you get, try to take it case by case, and do the research first on that procedure. Okay. Then the next thing you want to do is added value. So provide extra benefits such as warranties or guarantees to justify your higher price. So let me give you an example. Let's say the customer has a very busy schedule, okay? And they don't have the time to take their car to a dealer, or, you know, they don't want to tow their vehicle. By you coming to the client and doing that, that's a value-added service, okay? So that's also gonna bump up your price. You see, that's just a little example. The next thing we can consider is the location. Consider the location when pricing. So if you get into the customer's shoes and you find out what they need to do to get that PCM fixed, if the pain point is really high, that's where you can make your money, because you can go to them and do it for even maybe less the price, because you're saving them a lot of time, okay? They don't have to drive 100 miles to get it programmed, so you can charge a premium. I have a guy in North Carolina, he charges like $500, easy $500, you know, because nobody's able to do it. He saw that that pain point, okay, in the location, and people pay him happily, okay. Next is understanding your customer's needs, understanding your customer's priorities and willingness to pay for your expedited services. So what I also encourage you to do is, when you get that call, all right, ask some questions. Find out, okay, who's the client? What does he do? Oh, he's a business owner. He delivers cookies. If one of his cars are down, he's losing money. You see? So you can say, you know, I could solve it right now. You pay me this much, I can do it right now. You see? So it's good to ask these questions. You got to put like a consultant hat on, you know, to dig through these things. Okay. And then I guess another example would be expertise. Okay. So I'll give you an analogy, you guys. Let's just say that you are having a toothache. You go to a whole bunch of doctors or dentists, and they're not able to solve it. Then your friend says, hey, this guy over here, I mean, he charges a lot, but he can take that pain away. Okay? Now, you're probably going to be more prone to go to this guy due to the fact that he's giving you certainty that your pain's going to be away. Okay? So when you specialize in something, when you gain that experience, and you have that expectation in your services, that's when you can really start to charge like that, and they're not going to ask any questions, because they know that you're going to get the end results that they're looking for. Okay? And I know this goes through time. What I can tell you is, if you have someone like myself who's done that, if your programming skills is like at a 2 in this Ford example, and mine's like an 8 or a 9, that's going to help with your pricing as well, because you have confidence that you're going to get the job done because you have someone looking over you. Okay, so to summarize everything up, you guys, value-added pricing is something where you need to go into your customers' shoes, find out what they have to do to get the job fixed, and if you can remedy it at a perceived high value, then that's the sweet spot. Okay, I don't want you just to say, oh, it's $200 for all the vehicles. No, don't do that. Take it case by case. Do your research, find out what needs to programming procedures that need to be done, what coding procedures need to be done. Maybe you have to install the software. All that factors in there, you know. I'll give you one last analogy. Let's just say you're with your family, okay, on holiday. Someone says, hey, Curt, can you help me program this BMW for $200? It's not worth my time. I'm with my family. Okay? If the guy comes to me and says, Curt, I'll pay you like $450. All right, maybe we can talk. I'll go help him. I'll say, look, I'll tell my fiance, hey, look, let me help this guy. We can use this money. We can go on another holiday with it. You know what I'm saying? It has to be worth your time as well. Okay? So that's pretty much it, guys. I hope you enjoyed it. And with that, you guys have a good one. Take care. Bye.